Alright, and we are live. Hey guys, this is General Grievous here, the Factual Clone Wars, and we already had to start off with the heroic laughter of Grievous. So, we live once again, going to be talking about the same topic from the last time. Like I said, since Lair of Grievous Hero was jacked up, couldn't really hear, so we're going to do that for, we got some special guests coming on here, so yeah, we're about to go ahead and get it started. So let's wait for some people. All right. And we're gonna get invite for special guest. All right. So, let's go get started. Like I said, you already know from the last stream. Like I said, we already talked about Grievous heroic action. Like I said, but since everything got messed up, we gotta redo it again. So, like I said, all this nonsense with people sitting here trying to say Grievous Hero, summon petition, and all this dumb retarded mess. But we have to destroy with the facts and evidence. But let's go ahead and get into our special guest, Red Geist, because we got to go ahead and talk about that situation we were talking about the last time. So, what's up, dude?
Hey.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good.
That's good. So yeah, since we of course we had our issues, with the stream the last time, but basically, like I said, we're just doing the same topic again with with the whole Grievous heroic actions and Grievous Intrigue shouldn't be questioned like how people question in Lair of Grievous and all that sort of stuff. So like, what do you have to say to the people that try to say, oh well, Grievous heroic actions in Lair of Grievous are heroic, but they're not heroic in Grievous Intrigue?
Well, I'd say those people they're just wrong. There isn't really any other way to put it. It's factually wrong.
Exactly, because I just don't get it. Because that's why people be thinking about that is because I'm like, bro, Grievous Intrigue, like you're mad because the hero is back on a warpath at the Jedi, but I'm like, y'all just forgot the Jedi's evil actions previously in Lair of Grievous when they just busted into his house and home and killed his pet and all that other stuff. So you're trying to say, oh well, he shouldn't be a hero back on the warpath capturing Eve Koff. I'm like, Eve Koff's not a hero. I mean, I don't get where people be trying to say like Grievous heroic actions are some sort of evil for something. I'm like, bro, like what?
Yeah, I mean, he's literally fighting off a home invasion in Lair of Grievous. Like he's on the defense. He's clearly the hero.
Yeah. That's why I was like, yeah, he's clearly the hero, but then it's like, on the defense, but then like I said, people, don't like to see him when he's on the warpath on the offense in Grievous Intrigue because he's going after Eve Coffin and he's getting all the Jedi like with Anakin and Obi and all that stuff. And it's like I'm like, it's the same Grievous hero. I'm like, hey Royal Guard, how are you doing? But yeah,
Hey.
what were you gonna say?
I was just saying, hey to the Royal Guard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but yeah, actually, I just don't get it. As like I said, people they don't, like to see. I'm like, you're fine with seeing Grievous heroic actions in here, but then it's like, oh, you get all mad when you see heroic actions, and he's going after Eve. Oh, that's just I don't get it. But yeah. So, you have any other questions? Or
I don't
any
believe
questions?
I have questions right now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good that don't have any questions this time. But yeah, since I know you said you haven't really been on the channel in a while, like where you have a chance able to watch the new video.
I haven't had the chance yet. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, basically, like, so the new video, that one's, basically just talking about, the true problem with the Clone Wars of heroes are not villains and vice versa. Basically, just the whole bias betrayal mess. And I think it's just kind of crazy, how people still fall for this thing. I'm like, bro, like, I get it. Yes, Dave Filoni, his bias betrayals and all this other stuff. But I'm like, you just got to look deeper into it. But, yeah, so what would you say, to people that still fall for like the bias betrayal, thinking the Jedi are in quotation heroes and Greece and the Separatists are quote unquote villains?
I'd say I need to go and look up the facts and do some more research.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. Like, you have to do more research. Like because people always love to listen to lies and Wikipedia and all sorts of nonsense. It's just kind of like, okay, I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, Wikipedia. That's why even my other friend Thrill Prime, which I don't know if he's gonna be popping up in here later, but even he kind of just said like the same thing. Like he's like, you really kind of go there just to look up information on like technical stuff, like ships or whatever, but like for characters, it's not a good source.
Yep. And who would trust Wookiees anyway? Who would trust anything written by Wookiees anyway?
Yeah, that's me because like I said, yeah, and then like yeah, so Wikipedia, then like they have this bad past of like one of my older people, shore trooper on the wiki, he was banned by them, and this is Wikipedia has some issues.
Yeah.
Which is why I usually just tell people just to stick to Battle Droids wiki and everything else, because over there, it's just the facts that's over there. It's like instead
Yeah.
of listening to the lies and nonsense. But yeah, so that's good for people to know the facts. But that's what I was saying, of course, and then me and you still have to do our podcast and stuff later.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, whenever you have the time. But yeah, so I'm glad you came on and still supporting the channel and everything, and still supporting the facts, because like I said, of course, we always have fakes that 1 minute they like the facts, next thing they're flipping on it. So I'm like, I'm glad you're staying real and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let me see if I have any other questions for you. Let me think. Just trying to think. I know that's like hmm. What did you say about OC Sobek's heroic actions in the Citadel episodes?
I'd say it was very heroic. Those Jedi and Republic officers had it coming.
Yeah, yeah, because like some people also like OC Sobek is also one of those other separatists that people think was some sort of villain. But one thing he was doing was just defending his Citadel from the
Yep.
Jedi. That sounds like.
Defending. Yep.
Oh,
It's
you say
another
what?
Jedi. It's another Jedi home invasion.
Yeah, that sounds like he's just defending the Citadel. The Citadel was meant to to capture and carry Jedi villains. So that's why I was like, I don't understand why people just think, oh, it's saying, I'm like, this is like and the same thing with Admiral Trench, just like with his heroic actions, like they said he was messed up by the Jedi and Republic, so it's like he's just kind of like a hero out for revenge, like getting back at them. So that's why I was like, Trench is not evil.
Yeah.
So it's like that's why I tell people, it's like, oh, it's like, oh no, we're not just saying all the separatists are bad or whatever, or they're all just good. I'm like, no, you have the certain heroes like the separatist cause is heroic. So you have the certain heroes like Grievous, Mina Bonteri, Trench, Warm Losum, OC Silva, and Poggle the Lesser and stuff. But it's like you have the other people, like Tambor and Newt Gunray and Rune Hako and Sand Hill or whatever. It's like, well, Sand Hill's like more, I don't really know where Sand Hill is thinking canon, because he doesn't have much information in canon anyway. But in Legends, he was more evil. But it's like those guys are evil, as I say, because they only care about their own goals and their own greediness with their companies, like not really for the separatist cause until like the last minute of episode 3, where Gunray's like, "Oh, Lord Sidious promised us peace."
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So, but like everyone apart from like like the big like corporate people. You know, the Separatists was by and large it was made up of like freedom fighters and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, because most of them want the freedom and the independence instead of what the Jedi and all that stuff were doing, of their evil actions with the Republic and all that stuff, from the pre-Clone Wars. So that's why I didn't understand where people try to say, oh, it's like no, only certain Separatist members, like say Gunray and Tambor and all them. It's like they only care about greed and enslaving people and like Lock Dur try to blow up a whole village. That's what I was like, these guys are not good. And Nouveau Vindi was like a crazy scientist that's trying to kill a whole bunch of people with some virus. So I was like, I was like, no, I'm always love what my friend India Blade Wolf kind of had to say. He was like, Nouveau Vindi does not represent the entire separatist people.
Yeah, like are they gonna say like like they'll take like those things and they'll use them as examples of like the Separatists being evil, but they don't take into account like the Jedi, like the fact that like a religious cult was in control of the Republic's military. Like they don't like use that. They just ignore that. They ignore all the evil Jedi,
Yeah,
even
that's
though
what I
they were
said.
like much like higher ranking and more influential in the military than like Nouveau Vindi was.
Mm? Yeah, that's why I just don't understand. It's like people just kind of, it's like they just love sitting here, like putting this narrative, trying to say, "Oh well, see, it's like that proves the separatists were evil and all that stuff." I'm like, bro, like those are just certain type of people in the separatist cause. Like they didn't really even care about the whole freedom of the innocents and all that other stuff. So I was like, bro, like these people were doing crazy stuff, but it's like, yes, they're labeled, as separatists because, like I said, they did work with, the separatists and use their droid. So it looks like, oh, they're all bad, but it's like you got seen Grievous out here fighting for the galaxy and ridding the Jedi of the villains. And you're not ridding the galaxy of the villains called the Jedi. And you're not seeing Grievous do Legends Grievous actions, which, like I said, Legends Grievous killed innocents, and that's why I told people Legends Grievous is not a hero, but he doesn't exist anymore. So, but I'm like to confuse Can Grievous's heroic actions in the show as some sort of evil. It's just stupid.
Yeah,
I don't get it. And oh yeah, what would you say to those people that still think Canon Grievous a hero in the show is some sort of Legends Grievous?
I'd say like they need to go look up the facts again because like Legends Grievous and Canon Grievous are clearly two distinct characters. Even Wikipedia has separate pages for them. So
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I always have to tell people is like, Hand Grievous versus Legends Grievous. It's like, there's just two different characters. And like say, like, even you said, Wikipedia, even though it's not good, source, but like I said, they are even different characters. And that's why I don't understand, like I said myself in the video, one of the other King Grievous Hero versus Legends Grievous villain videos, I basically tell people it's like, look, basically that Legends Grievous is like, he doesn't exist. And like once you change the backstory of a character, it doesn't mean you're the same character. That's why I basically says like once they changed Darth Maul's backstory in the Clone Wars, it doesn't mean it's the same Maul from Legends. And once they changed Adi Gallia's death in the Clone Wars, that means the same Adi Gallia from Legends. So that's why I was like, not getting all this Legends versus canon. Like you guys are getting it confused. Like once they changed Grievous's backstory in the Clone Wars, that Clone Wars Grievous was never the same as the evil Legends Grievous from the 2005 comics. So I was like, once that whole backstory where there was no shuttle crash and there was no Huck, and he just upgraded himself to become a cyborg hero and kill the Jedi villains. That for after the Jedi's evil actions, what they did to his people, it's like once that happened, it's like that's not the same Grievous. That's why I was laughing. People try to say, "Oh, it's some sort of lies and stuff." I'm like, bro, you just look up the facts. Like, stop listening to the Wikipedia lies that's trying to they push all this mess.
yeah,
So that's why I was like, I don't get where people say the Legends is some sort of thing or it's the same version of Grievous. I'm like, once you change the backstory for him to be a cyborg hero, he upgraded himself. That's why I just laughed like when that's why I did that other video where I said the Grievous never wanted to become a Jedi or he never had a shuttle crash because like I said, when they tried to change his backstory, it was stupid because it's like now you're just pushing lies and stuff. It's like now you're trying to really change it, but you can't change what's already been put in the Clone Wars itself. It's like the Lair of Grievous clearly shows that he was upgrading his body when he was a warlord. So I
Yeah.
was like, how are you gonna try to make it try to flip? I'm like, you can't do that because the facts are still in the Lair of Grievous. I don't get it. I just don't get when people this is bad. These people, they don't know what they're doing. But
Yeah. It's a minute. You
yeah.
could continue on.
So, well, you were gonna say something?
No, it's okay. You can keep talking.
Okay. No, I was just like, I just think it's funny like that Dave Filoni, just really be trying to do certain things like that and just say like this random stuff. I'm like, bro, like that's like even my other friend Draco Nia said was like, you can't change the facts that already exist. And that's what I tell people, yeah, like facts don't change just because something new comes out. Like something new comes out. That's all I just told people like when they were getting all hurt when they were trying to unfollow me from the channel and all that stuff. It thought was like stupid. I'm like when that Jedi show or whatever got like announced and they got all mad. I'm like, bro, the facts don't change. There's still evil villains during the Clone Wars, and Grievous is still a heroic hero during the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, we'll see. Yeah. So also, yeah. Well, so what do you say? The people that say like that, like that facts so-called change, like when these new shows come out and like they, or whatever.
I'd say that they need to like look at like the hard facts and like it's amazing like the amount of mental gymnastics that like they need to do where they have to like ignore selective bits of information and cherry pick others to make Grievous look like a villain or when he's really a hero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's all. Oh, yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah, you got a good topic on that. It's like I say because a lot of people do like to say, and cherry pick, like I kind of point out in my other video, like like people tend to think Reeves is in quotation villain when he's a hero. On that explained video, I basically said it's like people tend to pick non-canon information like some Disney Infinity or Republic Heroes in quotations or whatever, like that game. Like, they try to use like the in Battlefront 2 and they try to use like these non-canon games that, like I said, the only thing that's canon about Battlefront 2 is the story itself, but like all the gameplay and all these other fights and stuff is not. But it's like they try to use these little evidence, like that's the evidence that he's a villain. See right there? I'm like, bro, no. Like I'm like, why are you gonna try to use like non-canon sources to prove a point? I don't get
Yeah,
it. And like, okay, at this point, that's what even India Blade Wolf had said before, and several other people basically said, like, at this point, you have nothing else to do. Like, you're just reaching.
yeah. They're
And
just like they're grasping for anything.
yeah, it's like for like all sorts of, you know, nonsense and all that stuff. That's why it's like, bro, like you can't use like non-canon sources and act like, oh, it's facts, and then try to say, oh, see, Grievous Hero: The Clone Wars is so wrong, and oh, this and oh, no. I'm like, bro, it's just a non-canon game that doesn't even fit. Like, just when people try to use Lego Star Wars, I'm like, how are you going to use Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga as evidence? I mean, it's just a game.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just Lego Star Wars. That sounds like I don't get that. But yeah.
yeah,
So I just think it's funny, that people still just use non-canon sources. I'm like, and then people also kind of forget that Lego General Grievous, like in the cartoons, is a completely different version than the canon Grievous himself. It's like that version is just like so fake.
have you ever thought about like having like like Grievous haters who think he's a villain like on here and like debating them and like live streaming that to show you like destroying them?
Like I said, I did some of that before with debating people and destroying them on live and all that stuff. But the thing is, like I said, I don't like I said, it's fun, sometimes debating people, other times it's like I said, it's frustrating getting,
Yeah,
aggravated, with these people, but it's like I don't have time, to be doing that. But I would have, like I said, sometimes I did have some people come up on here, and debate back and forth. But like I said, other than that, I usually try to not do that because I'm like, we don't have time just to waste and going back and forth with like, these idiots that don't know nothing. Like I said, because that's why I kind of went back with somebody months ago or something on Tumblr, and like I tell people, it's like, and this dude like got all upset over the thing and tried to impersonate my account, but then when I debated him, he had no facts. So it's like, okay, if you're all this and you're trying to say Grievous a hero, some in quotation villain and all this, you know everything, then how don't you know this? It's like, oh well, I'm like, bro, you so smart. So it's like, what's that? It just kind of just makes me laugh because it's like, they don't have their information. Like, you're using non-canon sources and comics to try to prove a point. I'm like, bro, that's just no.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But yeah, that's what I said, and that's what people, they kind of, forget about, that. It's, like, India Blue Wolf made this meme, by the way. It's like, it's like, I don't get, like, people, like, Lego Grievous is a completely different version of the canon Grievous hero himself. It's like the cartoon version of Lego. It's like, it's not the same thing. So I'm like, stop trying to use that as evidence to say Grievous is some quotation villain. But that's why I have to laugh. Like, what Lego version of Grievous is, like I said, disgusting, smelly. Like India Blue said, not a hero, inaccurate. A jobber, pathetic job doing this and meant for small children and weak. And then, of course, Can Grievous, the real hero, awesome, heroic, winner, bad A, honorable, meant for scholars, and not a Lego commercial. I like India Blue with knows how to make these funny memes, but like he's he just keeps it real. Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
just laugh when because like I said, Lego Star Wars is just not evidence, people.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got any other questions?
I don't believe so. It's a
Okay,
funny
well,
meme though.
yeah, it is. That sounds like India Blue was. Like I said, he makes some great memes. So like I said, hopefully he'll be on here later. But like I said, I don't know if he will. But but yeah, like I said, that's some good things going on with that. And like I said, and hopefully people will just understand the facts and just move on. Because I'm like, especially with like these newer videos I got coming up, people are probably gonna start understanding it and start more subscribers and stuff later.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I was like, I tell people all the time, it's like, I'm not in it for the subscribers and the views, we're in it for the truth. So it's like, we can care less about, oh, we're not getting subscribers or whatever. I'm like, no, we're putting the truth out. Like, regardless if people want to accept it or not. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, that's why, really, it, when, I have to really say, to people is like, okay, you're mad at Grievous the hero on the warpath and the clone and the Grievous Intrigue, but then you're like, you're not mad about him like defending himself or whatever during the Lair of Grievous. So it's like, I guess, like I said, from a certain standpoint, I guess people just don't like it because he's the hero on the warpath or whatever. So I'm like, bro, it's the same hero killing the villains. So that's why I don't understand where people get mad. It's like, oh, that's I was like, don't get upset at Grievous' heroic actions, Grievous Intrigue, but not get mad about it in Lair of Grievous. Because like
Yeah.
I said, it's the same Grievous, the same hero, the same Jedi villains. So I'm like, let's stop. But yeah. Also, what did you think about Grievous' heroic actions during the Bothawai arc, like with the whole Skytop station thing?
Which season was that in?
Season 1, where hold on if I can pull it up quick.
Is that the one where he infiltrates, like he sends like the astromech droid to infiltrate?
Yeah,
Uh,
R3.
yeah, yeah. Well, you got to do it. Espionage and information gathering is an important part of war. So you've got to you've got to do what it takes to win.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was just wondering how you felt about that, and what would you say to people that try to say Grievous' heroic actions there with his heroic astromech R3 was some sort of evil or something like that. Like, what would you say to people that think that?
Um, I'd say, well, I mean, like the Jedi have literally like they've done like the same thing in other episodes. Like they've gone and like infiltrated the Separatists to gather information. So
Hmm. Yeah, that's why I say I don't really understand, where people are trying to say, oh, well, his heroic actions during like the downfall and Duel of the Droids episodes and the whole Skytop Station campaign thing was some sort of evil. Like I said, cannot he was a vile smuggler, so I'm like he wasn't really on Grievous's side. So that's why I was like I didn't understand where people were trying to say, oh, he shouldn't have killed Gannat. And I'm like, Gannat was a vile smuggler that was trying to rip the hero Grievous off from a whole deal after Grievous already said he was going to give him his money like 5 times. That's like, bro, that's all I was like, I don't get, where people say, oh, he should have been like, dude was a vile smoker that kept getting on his nerves. And that's what, I kind of said in the other video of the Goose killed Zero Innocence. So it's like, Goose didn't know anything about Ganata being a vile smuggler until after the fact. So it's like, you don't know until, you know later. So I was like, what? So, yeah, so what do you say about, people, with that? Yeah, with
Um,
Grievous heroic actions of killing Gannat, like people that try to say it's some sort of evil or something like that.
you've got to kill your enemies. That's how you win war.
Yeah, that's like like do you think like what like some people try to say? Do you think Gannat was innocent or something?
Nope, he totally deserved it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, like I don't get where people try to say this guy he didn't
Oh,
deserve
that
it.
poor evil like con artist or whatever.
Yeah, that's why I still feel it's like all this like feeling bad for villains is just annoying. Like say, okay, I get it. Clones, yeah, you can kind of sorta um feel a little bad for them, but it's like at the same time you're not really feeling bad because it's like okay, they're villains that follow orders of Palpatine and Jedi. So it's like yes, they're doing all these evil actions, but yes, they're forced into this war as well. But it's like you can't really feel bad for it all the way. I'm like, yes, they're tragic villains, but they're not heroes.
Yeah,
So that's why it's like I just don't get where people try to say, oh well, see, clones are heroes or whatever. They're so thing. So that's why I was like, I don't understand that. It's just I don't get it. I'm like, are y'all watching the episodes or not? I
yeah,
don't get it. It's just bad. It's like y'all love these theocratic cult Jedi and clone villains. I'm like they're doing all these evil acts, but then you're still trying to sit here and say they're some sort of heroes and separatists or some sort of villains. And no. But
yeah,
yeah, it's just very very interesting. With that and all that. But yeah, I was just thinking about what people were saying all about these Grievous heroic actions and getting all frustrated and stuff about it. And I don't get it.
yeah,
But yeah, because I was like because you still have people like you said that know Grievous is a hero, right?
yeah.
Because of course that's good. I was just wondering like if they're gonna subscribe to the channel or not yet.
Yeah, I don't know, but like, cause like some of them aren't really like Star Wars fans, but I always try to like explain to them first. Grievous is a hero. I don't believe the misinformation about him.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. Like I said, if they're not really Star Wars fans, then, of course, like I said, that's fine because that's what people always be laughing. Like I said, I still haven't, of course, like I said, I'm gonna watch all that other stuff later. But have you watched any of the new Andor? Or no?
I haven't seen Andor yet.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm gonna watch it later. I'm just like I said, since I'm working on the Clone Wars stuff and focus on the Grievous stuff, and then still working on my fan fiction stories and stuff like that. It's like I'm still kind of in that Clone Wars mood, so I'll just watch the other Imperial stuff and all that, the Galactic Civil War and all that stuff later. That's why I tell people, say, hey, don't get mad at me here that we're doing that because I'm too busy caught up in this stuff right now. Then I'm gonna watch all that other stuff later.
Yeah,
So I don't get because certain people like to get upset about it. I'm like I'm not really going to dive into that. It's just that's more story mess. But yeah, have you had a chance to read more of All Forgotten?
has that been updated?
No, it hasn't. Well, it has been up. Well, chapter 9 is the thing, but I don't know if you had read up to chapter 9.
I think so. I read it like a while ago.
Yeah, because I'm still working on chapter 10 and 11. Chapter 10 is done. I just gotta edit it and
Yeah,
proofread and everything. and then I'll be posting chapter 10 soon.
Cool.
Yeah, I know you did say you do like the story of the last of the droids itself, like in the whole All Forgotten, and like how it's like similar, to the Clone Wars, so it just kind of removes the whole bias out of it.
Yeah.
Which is why, like I said, I understand why people do like my fan fictions as well. I say because I do just kind of do this kind of the thing, but then still keep the characters with Grievous's heroicness and still keep the ruthlessness and stuff. But I do just we just remove all the bias mess trying to say Grievous is some sort of evil droid or something stupid like that. But that's why I don't understand where people try to say, oh, Grievous is only a hero in your fan fictions or whatever, but not in the show itself. I'm like, okay, where does the character in the show come? Where does the character in the story come from? The show.
Yep.
So it's like it's the same heroic Grievous. So I'm like, so if Grievous isn't a hero in quotations in the story, then he or trying to say or in the show, then he's not going to be a hero in the story. So that's why I was like, bro, Grievous is a hero in the show, so he's a hero in the story. It just follows over, but just without the bias portrayals. I don't get it. I know
Yeah.
you said that get on your like I said you don't understand that either.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's like, come on, people, come on, you gotta be smarter than that.
Yeah.
Mhm. And also,
Hmm.
yeah, that's also another thing. Like I like to tell people is because with the whole thinking versus knowing is like when people all these debates and all these conversations, I'm like, please make sure you say the words know and think. Like this is what I've been saying like since 2019 and 2020, like when I was beefing with these old people. It's like I always tell people, it's like know is knowing is facts, thinking is your opinion. So if someone says I don't think Grievous is a hero, then of course that's their own opinion because they don't think that he is. But if someone's saying they know Grievous is a hero, then I'm like, okay, they know the facts that he's a hero. So I'm like, people, be careful what you say because sometimes your words can get misconstrued, and then it backfires on you because that's what some other people try to say before. It's like, oh well, they say like because like I already told millions of people about this before. It's like they had Grievous on Heroes Wiki a while back in like 2013, and then someone decided to remove Grievous from Heroes Wiki because they're like, oh, well, we don't think he's a hero. I'm like, okay, you just busted yourself because you, as the admin of the wiki, said you don't think he is a hero and you don't think he did anything heroic in the Clone Wars. So that's your opinion. You don't know that. So I mean, I think it's funny that people don't know like the difference between thinking versus no. I'm like, bro, if you don't think he's a hero, that's your opinion. But don't get mad that someone posted up the facts that Grievous is a hero on Heroes Wiki in 2013, and then you remove it because you don't think he did anything heroic. Isn't that
Uh,
crazy? Huh? You said what
yeah.
happened?
I was just saying. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's weird that people do that. And like still people, of course, I tell people like all that 2013 and 2014 stuff. I was like, I wasn't even around, so I was like, always laughing. People try to say, "Oh, that was you," or "You were only one." I'm like, no, people have been new Grievous as a hero since the Clone Wars 2008 show came out. So I was like, I just came into this later. So that's like all these people try to say, "Oh, it's all you. You push." No, no, no. Like the information's been out there from years ago. People have been starting this stuff before I even became a thing on YouTube or a sensation on all these other platforms and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it. That sounds like stop it with this trying to say, "Oh, you're making up information that Greece is here. You're so making." I'm like, the facts been said Greece is here since all these old years. And like you people are just mad because I'm the biggest voice pushing the facts, but other people they know the facts. Like you and India Blade Wolf and Flower Tower and Throw Prime, because Throw Prime told me that he knew the facts that Greece is hero since 6 to 7 years. So I'm like, we're like around the same years, but I'm just only at 8 years. But I'm like, he been knew the facts, but he wasn't speaking like that. So I was like, India Blade Wolf, same thing. It's like. But people like they knew the facts, but they're not pushing it like how I'm pushing it. So I was like, stop all this nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's just very interesting. But yeah. So what would you say about like characters, that people, that try to confuse, the Jedi during the Clone Wars, like their evilness during the prequel trilogy versus them when they become good during the original trilogy.
I'd say like you can't just look at it as the Jedi are good throughout the whole trilogy. You have to kind of look at it with like more nuance or whatever, and break down each installment and how the Jedi are portrayed in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like I said, it was like the prequel trilogy, they were doing all this evil stuff, like with the whole, episode one with the Anakin thing, and then episode two and all that, and then the Clone Wars and episode three. So they were doing all this evil stuff. But it's like, yeah, yes, they did turn good in Rebels and Kenobi and all these other shows. Is because that's when they realized from their mistakes. Because like they even kind of admitted that in Star Wars Rebels that they realized, like Yoda realized, is like they were doing the evil and wrong. So like now they're trying to amend it. So that's why I just kind of laugh. It's like I'm like, bro, like, just because they're good in the original trilogy, like with Yoda turned good and Obi turned good, and of course Luke is good and Rey and stuff in the sequels and all that, and Kanan and Ezra. I'm like, just because they're good doesn't mean Mace Windu is in quotation hero, or Obi during the Clone Wars was a hero, no, or Beast Hoss. I'm like, no. Like these people were still villainous Jedi that killed all these innocents and abducted children. I'm like, I, I don't get where people, like they get confused by the facts. I'm like, you can't get confused because, like I said, the Fisto and all these other people, they were doing all these evil actions, and that's I'm like, you're trying to say these guys were heroes now? I'm like, no, like no. Ugh, I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's why I just kind of had to, just get you to talk about the facts to people about that, and just because I'm like, I don't get where people like to say that there are evil actions and stuff during the Clone Wars or some sort of heroic. No. Like, but yeah, that's why I just have to laugh. That people be thinking about that. It's like like they were bad during the Clone Wars, doing all this evil stuff, and that's why Grievous was the hero out there killing them because they were doing evil actions towards other people and separatists. So I don't get it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we got any other questions?
I don't believe so.
Uh huh. Yeah, I was just kind of like said, let's throw in some little questions out here, to see what you um and stuff about with the facts and stuff, just to kind of elaborate people more, that, it's not just me thinking Grievous is a hero or me or whatever, or me just knowing the facts that he's a hero. Because, some people like to say, oh, you think? I'm like, nah, I know Grievous is a hero, but not think. But, I just like to bring other people on just, to show that, yeah, other people, we're on the same page. We know the facts that he's a hero. So we're not on this dumb Jedi villain path and delusions. Also, oh yeah. Speaking of delusions, what would you say to people that think Grievous is some in quotation delusional?
Um, I would say they're the deluded ones.
Yeah, because like that. A lot of people like to also use like when Grievous said like that heroic quote with the murderer. Is it murderer in the galaxy of who Jedi fell for when he said he's a hero of two wars. I like to try to say it's like, oh, he's being delusional. I'm like, how? Like he knows what he's doing is heroic and he knows what he's doing is right. But to try to say he's quote unquote delusional, like Grievous is not delusional like the Jedi villains themselves. Like they're delusional thinking they're some quote unquote peacekeepers and heroes when they're out here committing genocides and killing innocents and abducting children and all that other stuff, and starting wars and supporting allowing slavery. So I'm like, they're not the peacekeepers, but it's like they're delusional to think that themselves because they're still caught up in their delusions. So I just don't get where people try to say, "Oh, Greece is some sort of delusion." I'm like, no. Just like I had pulled up on the other video, that's like the Jedi, like when they went to the Lorman people and like and they're trying to say that they're some sort of peacekeepers, and dude was like Jedi are no peacekeepers. I'm like, I just kind of had to laugh
Yeah.
at that because, like I said, it's just the delusions and the other people. They're starting to realize, the galaxy, besides Grievous and Separatists, the Jedi are not no peacekeepers. Like they're just delusional villains thinking they're some sort of heroes. I'm like, no. So that's why I was like glad that people starting to realize that the Jedi are not the heroes, but then that's always like you said even on our previous interview where you said it was stupid how people was like you can't accept like how can you accept the Jedi being villains but not accept Grievous being a hero? I'm like, exactly. Because, like you
Yeah.
said, this doesn't make any sense for people to be, how can you accept the Jedi being villains, but then still call Grievous a hero, some in quotation villain, when he's doing nothing but heroic by killing these villains and killing other evils called, the Night Sisters and Darth Maul's Shadow Collective.
Yeah.
But you're still trying to say, oh, Grievous is some in quotation villain. I'm like, it's not the Legends, it's not Legends Grievous where it's evil versus, evil, and there's like evil Legends Grievous versus evil Jedi, but it's not. Um, that's why I don't understand. It's like evil Legends Grievous versus evil Jedi, but I'm like Jedi are like not heroes in here. But it's like can Grievous a hero because he's not falling Legends Grievous mess. I don't get it. But yeah, I think it's crazy. Let me see if I can try to get some more people on here or something. I know the Royal Guard is still in here. I know Lidos is probably still in here. Let's see if I can get Holy Stir Fry. But yeah, that's why I just have to think it's weird that people still think this, but it's like, like people always say, it's like these people have no brain cells, they're not smart, and they get mad, when you get on them and call them retarded. Because I'm like, yeah, you are retarded. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't get it. But yeah, anything else?
I don't think so.
All right. We about to But trying to think if I have really anything else I want to ask you before you leave. Um, no, I don't really have anything else. But of course, like I said, we can still link up later, and then get our podcast together. I'm just still waiting on my other friend TC, and then we're gonna he's still kind of off and on, um, with being online and stuff. But like I said, me and you can get this thing working and rolling. And chill on key thing. But yeah, so any closing statements?
And I just want to say that Grievous is a hero. That's the facts. If you don't believe that, then you can believe what you want, but that's at odds with the facts. The facts do not lie.
Exactly. All right, dude. Thanks for coming on.
Anytime. It's always a pleasure.
Yes. All right. Have a good one.
You too, man. See ya.
All right. All right, guys. Like I said, that was Red Geist. Like I said, a good guest of mine. Like I said, always comes with the facts. Always comes with the truth. Like I said, good seeing him. We're gonna start getting our podcast and stuff together. Yeah, that sounds like these opinions and lies are just gonna have to to go away because I don't get it. People I just don't get it. It's like they love lying and like all this other stuff. I'm like, look, y'all, other people they know the facts, so I just have to laugh when people try to sit here and say they're not facts, and all this other stuff. So I don't get it. But yeah, yeah, so we're gonna keep doing our thing, and we're gonna keep going with the stream. I'm just trying to see if the Rail Prime is gonna pop up in here or not, but I don't know because it seems like he's busy or something. Because he did say he was gonna kind of come on, but I don't know. Hopefully he will. But yeah, like I said, that's a good dude right there. Y'all go check him out and subscribe. I'll try to have it. I'll have his link in the description of the YouTube. But yeah, yeah. So all right, we're gonna go ahead and get back on the stream. I forgot anything else. Like I said, since we just had to get on here, I gotta put up my banners. Um, see. Yeah, I forgot to put up my banners since we were having a nice conversation. But yeah, like I said, Grievous is heroic and righteous and not cruel and malicious, and that's a fact. Like I said, we're back on facts with all this stuff. That's why I said these new videos about to come. Y'all about to go crazy. All right, so let's see if Royal Guard. We're gonna try to turn this into a Q&A. So let me get Royal Guard on here. So while we get into the Q&A, we're about to get back onto the topic, and then I'm about to dive into something else. We're going to talk about there because, like I said, the stream highlights are going to be really good on this one. So let me see if I can get Royal Guard. If you have any questions, let's see. So, all right, so like I said, we're gonna have since that new video. Like I said, make sure you guys are checking out the new video, y'all, because like I said, the new video has a lot of good information and facts. Like India Blue Wolf said in the comments, like I said, that new video is pretty good. It's doing really good right now. But make sure you guys don't forget to hit the like button. Like I said, if I'm not already getting on you about it in the server, please, if you're, just watching on YouTube, do not forget to hit the like button because the like button does help, and we do need them likes. So, like I said, please, watch the new video of the true problem with the Clone Wars. Heroes are not villains, and vice versa. Because, like I said, that is the real true problem about the Clone Wars is that heroes are not villains, and vice versa. So let me see if I can get Royal Guard on here, and let me see something. Because I'm like that, and let me see if I can Lidos talks. Let me see something. You got a alright, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So actually, you guys hit me up on the chat and see that on there with the Q and A. All right, so we're gonna try to see if it's not holy yet. I thought that was holy, but yeah, all right, we're gonna go ahead and get back on here. So yeah, like I said, guys, make sure y'all check out that new video because, like I said, we do got good information on there. Like I said, facts are hurting people's opinions, and that's what I like because people getting their opinions hurt about the truth is what I like because people sit here being narcissistic idiots and lying and psychopaths and try to lie on us and they be retarded and all that. I'm like, bro, you don't know the facts. This facts are right here. Like I said, the true problem of Clone Wars is the false narrative, and like I said, you go watch that video. Pretty good video to check out, and because it's really gonna kind of shut down all this lies. Like I said, I know a lot of my subscribers are gonna love this video. Once you start bumping it up more, like I say, anybody would have already said it's true. Because it is true. It's just the facts, not my opinion. Because like I said, we don't do opinions over here unless we're doing top tens or we're doing about the best. So that's like I said, that's only opinions, but facts is what we talk about over here. We always speak facts. So that's what we always want to do is that. Like I said, I'm just going to see if these people anybody got a question or anything. All right, so while we're waiting on some questions, we're going to go ahead and get back into the topic. Is like I tell people, don't get upset at Grievous's heroic actions. And like Red Geist has told you, don't get upset, or Red Chavalier now, but don't get upset that Grievous's heroic actions in the Grievous Intrigue and then get mad about his heroic actions, but not get mad about his heroic actions in Lair of Grievous because it's the same Grievous hero going after the same Jedi villains. So I don't get it. It's like you're getting mad. And yeah, we're gonna, touch on this, right here. Let me just mute this quick and then we're about to pull this back up quick now. Because, like I said, stop it with the getting upset over Grievous's heroic quote and the tagline of this channel. I've been looking forward to meeting you because that tagline is not going anywhere. So if you're still mad and getting offended by Grievous's heroic quote of saying,
isn't it?
I've been looking forward to meeting you. If you're still getting offended and hurt by Grievous' quote and heroical laughs and all that other stuff, you just need to stop because you're just insecure now. You're just insecure because you're getting upset over a heroic raspy voice of Grievous in the Clone Wars itself. So I don't get it. If you're still getting upset over I've been looking forward to meeting you, you need to stop because you're insecure and you need mental help ASAP because you're getting offended by Grievous' heroic raspy voice in the Clone Wars and heroic quotes of dialogue trying to say, oh, I don't like his heroic looking forward because you use it's the tagline of the channel, fools. So you getting offended over that, just stop because you just sound like a kid and you just sound like a retard and an idiot. But that's why I don't get that. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna just keep doing that. And yep. So, but yeah, like I said, don't get upset about Grievous' heroic actions here, and then the torturing thing. Man, forgot I could have asked Red Geist about that, but let me see if he's still Let me see. I don't know if Red Geist's still on here, but he probably left. I don't know if I can bring him back on. Why would I asked him about Grievous' heroic actions of torturing Eve Hoffman? Like what when people try to say that. Let me see if I can get him back on here. But yeah, like I said, people get upset over I don't know. Grievous' heroic actions, torturing Eve Hoffman, trying to say it's some sort of cruel and malicious. Like, first of all, Grievous is not cruel because, yes, he's a hero making villains suffer for their atrocities. Heroes that make villains suffer. We need to talk about this because Autobots do this when they do Decepticons, but it's so called evil. Even Zenigata, even Zenigata made Lupin in the Lupin the Third series, a villain Lupin, suffer in the first part one and the whole episode for the jail. So you're upset because heroes called Grievous and Zenigata and Autobots and other sorts of heroes, OC Sobek and all that, they're making, and Rift Handsome, they're making villains called the Jedi suffer. It's good to make the villains suffer because they're villains. They did all this sorts of evil stuff. Lupin the Third in the show, he did all this evil stuff. The Jedi in the show, in outside other media, did all this evil stuff during the prequel trilogy. So the Decepticons did all this evil stuff. So again, getting upset over heroes making villains suffer, even like I said, even in Transformers, the Michael Bays, you're mad that heroes are making villains suffer and just killing with no mercy because they're villains that did all the evil stuff. Like I said, Jedi literally abduct children and force them to become slaves and they're child soldiers of evil. So again, getting mad and trying to say it's some sort of heroic and then trying to say it's some sort of flaw, like I basically said in the other video, the Jedi's evil actions are not heroic or they're not flawed. So sitting here trying to say it's some sort of, it's a flaw, the Jedi, it's a so-called heroic. It's how is that heroic again? Like I said, because the Empire and the Sith do the exact same thing. So I guess you're saying they're heroic in quotations too, right? You're saying them, the Sith, when Palpatine and whatever they capturing Vader and stuff like in the Vader comics, capturing children and stuff is doing what the Jedi do. It's doing what the Jedi do, but you're trying to say, okay, I guess you're saying Darth Vader is in quotation heroic. Oh, Vader's heroic now, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna say Vader is heroic in quotation. Just stop trying to say Vader is. Oh no, just no. Just like stop. That's why I don't get where people say all this stuff. I'm like, you're literally trying to justify the Jedi's evil actions in the show and trying to say it's in quotation heroes. Trying to say they're in quotation heroes. They're not. Like I said in that video, which I'm just gonna pull up right now because, like I said, you know me, I don't like repeating myself, so I'm about to just pull it up right now. Let me see if I can pull that up really quick because I'm like, I already don't like repeating myself, so I'm just gonna pull up the evidence. Y'all just gonna watch that right here because it's not like this. So let me see if I can. Yeah, we're gonna pull that up. Go here. I'm about to mute my mic so y'all can hear. All right, so let me go and mute my mic so y'all can hear. slavery and force their dogmatic views on people. This is not heroic in any shape or form. And people like to say, oh, well, that's a flaw. First of all, there's not flaws if you're doing it multiple times. I could see if the Jedi were only doing their evil actions once, but they do it all the time, which makes them villains. Grievous and the Separatists' heroic actions of killing the Jedi are justified because the Jedi have been spreading evil across the galaxy. So to get mad and say Grievous is an in quotation villain for killing Jedi is stupid and makes you look retarded. Then people like to use. All right. So yeah, like I said, again, it's not a flaw. It's not a flaw if you, like I said in there, you're doing it all the time. They're doing this all the time. They're killing heroes like O.C. Sobek. They're killing Warm Losum. And then when people try to say, but it's, well, sometimes they're just killing other villains. Yeah, they're killing evil versus evil. But like I said in this video, which I'm going to pull up this part right here, which is from the short, which is right here. You see that right there on that getting upset at Grievous Hero goals against the Jedi. See, it's the same part right here. So I'm about to let y'all hear this. All right, I'm going to let y'all hear this right now. I'm going to mute my mic again. Made a slave planet. Again, proving that the Jedi are not heroic at all. And to get mad at Grievous' heroic quote of saying murderer isn't murdering the galaxy of you Jedi filth makes you sad because Grievous isn't a murderer. And I already explained this in another video, link in the card right now. But Grievous' heroic quote is stating it is not murder to rid the galaxy of villains called the Jedi. So to get upset and saying, oh, all the Jedi shouldn't be killed, and saying that stupid, dumb logic and saying that, it's basically saying the Galactic Empire and Sith shouldn't be killed. You can't be hypocritical when it comes to facts. Like I already said in previous videos and live streams, you can't get mad when Luke Skywalker kills villains, but then get mad at General Grievous killing villains. It's the same thing. Even India Blade Wolf, aka Peter Forever, said on our conversation that actions aren't subjective, they're just actions.
Then people will say, oh no, good and bad.
Y'all gotta stop. y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. Come on now. General Grievous killing villains when Luke Skywalker is killing villains. It's the same thing. But listen to my boy, India Blade Wolf. Listen to my boy, India Blade Wolf, right now. I'm going to go ahead and mute this again.
That is subjective. And I'm like, yeah.
Actions.
And then people will say, oh no, good and bad is subjective. And I'm like, yeah, but kidnapping children and forcing them to become soldiers to die in battle, I'd say that's objectively bad.
Yeah, and then also, like to committing genocides on innocents and just starting wars and supporting and allowing slavery. I'm like, I mean, y'all think these people are heroes? And I can tell people like, oh, that's also like a thing that just said, like always gets on my nerves when people try to say, oh, well, it's subjective and it's the whole thing. I'm like, nah, the facts are just what the facts are. It's not, subjective of this, and this. I'm like, it's just what it is. Yeah. I really don't get it. It's like, Grievous' actions are heroic because he's fighting against the villains. Like he's doing stuff for the better of the galaxy.
We've seen just like the monstrosities the Jedi Order do.
Anyway, y'all heard that. Y'all, we got Holy. We got Holy. What's up, dude? We got Holy. Yes, 100% facts. Yes. Oh. So yeah, like I said, that was just the facts right there. I just had to play for people. Like I said, Grease is here. That's a fact, and like I said, I just had to play that because the Jedi's evil actions, they're not heroic. Abducting children and forcing child soldiers. We're about to pull up a necessary bond in a minute. Child soldiers. Just no, like child soldiers in battle, and then you're trying to say, oh, Grievous Hero, oh no. Hold on, let me pull up this video file quick. This Grievous Hero, the necessary bond fix. All right, bro, like come on now. I gotta see if this. All right, it's loading. All right, I'm gonna have to turn this one down too. All right, think about it. these Jedi villains, we're gonna go here. The pirates captured these Jedi villains and younglings. On Holy, we're gonna take your comment off quick, but yeah, you can keep talking. But the pirates captured these Jedi villains and Ahsoka. Okay, whatever. Grievous Hero then invades Florum, to get back at the evil Hondo. The heroic actions of Grievous. He's invading Florum, so Grievous is still doing his heroic actions here. So his heroic actions as he's invading Florum. While that's going on, now the pirates and they can't get Hondo. So Grievous Hero is getting this sinister Hondo back for his evil actions previously against Dooku, which is still heroic because, like I said, Grievous is still serving Dooku after Grievous could have let Dooku die in the Night Sisters episode. So Grievous is still fighting for the heroic separatist cause, as you clearly see here, as he's like to tell people he's not just some in quotation villain or whatever, because he actually cares about the separatist cause. But let me skip this. All right, where's this Hondo thing? All right, so here we go right here. They're mad because Grievous is here invading the thing. So now what the pirates are supposed to do. Now, this is the dumbest thing that people try to excuse the Jedi's evil actions here with the younglings. The pirates, this dude right here, he could have just took them away from the separatist invasion, and they just could have found a ship something later. Yes, we know Hondo had everything with the ships, so it makes sense, yes, to go free Hondo, but working with the Jedi villains and attacking Grievous' heroic invasion when the Jedi villains had nothing to do with Grievous' heroic invasion. Now, these young villains in the battlefront, they were already in the battlefront in the other part, but now they're in the battlefront killing Grievous' heroic droid army. And now you're trying to say Grievous Hero should not go back after these child soldiers that are ruining his heroic plans. Stop it with the BS. You guys are sounding dumb. You're not smart like me. And they get mad at the facts. You trying to justify the Jedi's evil actions. Yes, they're freeing a villain Hondo, but then you're getting mad. See right there, they're villains freeing the villain Hondo. But then you're mad. Like I said, then you're mad at Grievous' heroic actions when he's just destroying the villainous base. So again, we're going to go back to that Jedi villains freeing Hondo, because this whole mess doesn't make any sense. Holy says Grievous is a hero in every episode, and this is a fact. Exactly, Thrill Prime. Exactly, Holy. Grievous is a hero, and it's a fact in every episode. I don't understand this. This is why I don't understand when people keep saying, this. And like, bro, you guys are sounding dumb, and then you get mad at the truth. You get mad at the truth. I don't get these people, man. People not smart. They're not keeping it real. They're keeping it fake. But we have to keep it real over here. But yes, Thrill Prime, yes, like I said, we do keep it real, and like I said, we don't do all that, fake, phony stuff. And yeah, I don't get this. This is, like I said, this is why I'm breaking it down, because I'm like, this Jedi villains, this is stupid. Like I said, yes, we're still talking about the Grievous heroic actions, but you already talked about that in the first part, so you guys can go check that go back in the stream and watch where we talked about that. But like I said, this is why we do the streams, because we can just go online live, and then we don't have to worry about doing a whole video talking about Jedi villains. Because no, anyway. We're going back here. Now watch. Stop. All these Jedi villains. Now think about it. The youngling villains. They're freeing the villain Hondo to attack the heroic Grievous to get out of here. So again, all this stuff trying to say, oh, he's a hero. He should have went after them. He should have went after the Jedi villains. He should have went after the youngling villains. They're, like I said, let me go back. Right here, the heroic Seps doing their heroic actions under Grievous. The heroic actions. These people, them right here, they could have left. They could have just, they could have got out of here, left Hondo, and been nothing. But no, since Ahsoka, her evil self in here, because like I said, Ahsoka will turn good later, but we're not worried about when Ahsoka turn good. The evil Ahsoka decided to have the younglings with lightsabers, again, from the stupid crystal thing, with lightsabers attack Seps. No. That's one proving how evil the Jedi are, because like I said, they, like India Blade Wolf said, hold on, we got, like I said, we live right here. Okay, hold on. Lidos says, Lidos says Jedi villains and everyone who defends them should learn the facts. Exactly. Like I said, thanks, Lidos the Pursuer. Glad to see you in the chat. But hold on, let me pull up India Blake. I'm sorry, this y'all. Oh my gosh, bro. These people don't understand these facts because they're listening to lies of Dave Filoni. Anyway, let me pull this back up. Let me pull me and India Blake with conversation. Hold on, let's go right back. All right, hold on, right there. All right, so I'm about to mute the mic again. We're about to mute the mic because, like I said, we're gonna listen to India Blade say the truth again. So we're about to mute the mic and zoom in. All right, so listen to what India Blade said again about Jedi soldiers, Jedi child soldiers dying in battle. They're just actions.
And then people will say, "Oh no, good and bad is subjective," and I'm like, "Yeah, but kidnapping children and forcing them to become soldiers to die in battle, I'd say that's objectively bad."
Yeah, and then also, like to commit genocides on innocents and just starting wars and so. Come on now, y'all. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, y'all need to stop playing around now. Look, this doesn't make any sense. Like India Blade Wolf said himself. Forcing child soldiers to die in battle. Ahsoka, you are a dumb villain. You are letting, but like I said, she is a dumb villain, but then she got smart later and realized the Jedi's evil actions were heroic, and Ahsoka turned into a hero. But during that time, she was still delusional, following the evil Jedi. This is what the Jedi villains do. Come on, y'all. Stop with the nonsense. These are what these people do. They're letting Jedi villains attack heroic Seps. They're in battle. So now you can't say, oh, they're innocent child. They're innocent children. No, they're not. They're attacking heroic Seps and heroic Grievous. Stop it. Just stop. Come on now, y'all. Come on. That's why I was like, you can't even defend this. They're literally Ahsoka, a dumb villain, so-called hero, is literally allowing these younglings, pilots, getting themselves ready to fight the villains. Because, like I said, Grievous Hero, he doesn't even know what's going on. All right, let me cut the audio quick before that. Grievous Hero, he's going up to TB94C, and he doesn't even know what's going on until 87. Thank the heroic 87 for contacting Grievous.
87, General. The prison area is under attack. There are several miniature Jedi here.
What? You aren't making any sense. What Jedi?
Again, Grievous Hero, he's confused because he's like, you're not making any sense. What Jedi? Like, again, where did the Jedi should have just left the heroics invasion alone instead of trying to get Hondo and they thing? But now, 87, rest in peace, died, and Grievous was actually concerned about commanders because, like I said, commanders, he sometimes, he does hate the commanders, like Bother Water prime example, because that commander was stupid, but 87, he was a good commander. So, come on now. He got killed. And Grievous is like surprised because where are these Jedi villains? And then the youngling villains are also taunting the hero Grievous. Again, guys, stop it with the defense for these Jedi villains, like Lidos the Pursuer said. Hold on. Y'all see that? Is that good on there? Make sure, because it's like that holds the screen. All right, let me remove this from the screen quick. Yeah, damn. Y'all see that right there where Lido said, Jedi are villains and everyone who defends them should learn the facts. Thank you. Like I said, I don't understand where all this nonsense on. See, we're not even, the YouTube is not even live. There we go. I just had to check the YouTube thing because YouTube versus StreamYard. But come on now, y'all. Come on. So, yeah, guys, please make sure you guys are hitting like on the stream. And also make sure you guys are hitting like on the videos and stuff like that. Because share them to your friends, people. Please, y'all. Like I said, share them to your friends. Because if your friends want to know the facts of Grievous Hero, send them to the Essential Grievous Hero Clone Wars playlist. And then they'll know it all. But send people that, know the facts of Grievous Hero, to come over here. And before we get back on these Jedi villains thing in the Ryloth, not the Ryloth, Florum. Before we get back on that, I need to talk about the Reddit. All right, so Reddit. All right, y'all. So Reddit, we're gonna talk about this. So if y'all are not on Reddit, I don't know if people have Reddit or not, but for some reason my Reddit people, I don't know what's going on with this. All right, so we need to talk about the Reddit quick. We're about to get back on the forum. All right, so Reddit, guys. If you're not following the Clone Wars Grievous Hero on Reddit, please go ahead and follow, because we said we post memes, and then that's where I post my other videos. And like I said, I already kind of talked about this topic with the Jedi villains. I'm just doing it live because it seems like I have to go deeper into it now, because apparently y'all didn't like when apparently y'all didn't get the gist on the first Jedi villains with the Gunling thing. So now I have to go deeper. But yeah, like I said, if you're on the Reddit, like I said, please also on the Reddit continue to support, and please, like I said, continue to upvote and everything. Like, because like we're trying to get that active, and it's, for some reason, like I said, it says there's like 34 34 people supporting, so I don't know what's going on. Like I tell people on Reddit, y'all need to get on here and start supporting the stuff on here. Like I said, if you guys on the Reddit haven't gotten to the Discord server yet, you guys can hit this Discord server, the Clone Wars Grievous Hero Discord server, which is active if you want the General Grievous Hero. The Clone Wars Discord server, my official Discord server, it's now Patreon exclusive, which you'll have to pay just to get into the new Discord server. If you're not paying, then you can just come to the Clone Wars Grievous server, but it's not going to be the same as the General Grievous Hero, the Clone Wars Discord server, which talks about facts and haters and other sorts of things. While the Clone Wars Grievous Hero, we just talk about the Grievous Hero stuff and other things as well, like with other separatists in random chats. But the Clone Wars, the General Grievous Hero, the Clone Wars server is for all the other stuff, and where you get exclusive stuff and learning about other things. But like I said, that's just, you can pay. Links in the description, Patreon/Discord. That's all over on every video now. Well, not the older ones, but every new video. But anyway, I tell people, like I said, even on that video, if y'all don't like the whole fact that the Discord server is being held behind a paywall, I don't care. Like, I just don't care and give two F's about it, because this keeps the trolls out. So we're gonna keep on keeping the trolls out. But yeah. So yeah, that's just what I want to say about the Reddit. If you guys, like I said, follow me over here, and like I said, if you guys are on the Reddit, please hit these upvotes, because I don't get why we have 34 people and we're not getting upvotes. Come on now. Come on. Ready. Anyway, all right, so we're about to get ready to get back into this. And like I said, I know Holy's still probably here, and Lidos, and about to get back into this. Like I said, that's why we did the stream earlier. So let's see if I can get questions before I go back onto this Florm rant, because this is stupid. Like, y'all didn't like I said, y'all apparently didn't understand it fully when I already explained it in the Why Grievous Hero Go Out for Younglings Villains video. So now that's why I said we're gonna have to do it like this, because y'all clearly aren't understanding Grievous' heroic actions going after these villainous youngling child soldiers. Like India Blue said, they're child soldiers, people. They're not heroic. Once you step in the war and you start killing good, you're a villain now. India Blade Wolf. Actually, I'm gonna pull up more of the conversation of me and India Blade Wolf, because he actually said something about fictional child villain soldiers and some Metal Gear. I think it was Metal Gear. Solid. Let me pull that up quick. I think it was something here. I think it was Metal Gear. He said something about child soldiers meaning other things, and it's just the younglings. So I think it was now. This is our conversation. All right, so let me see if these people got any questions. All right, hold on a second. Let me see something. All right, hold on a second. Let me see if I can get these people. All right, so let me get that, and let me get everybody on here for the questions. All right, so while I get that, questions. All right, let me get that in the India Blade Wolf quick. All right, so we find the full conversation of me, India Blade Wolf, which is not far. And there it is. All right, hold on. For the live. All right. All right, okay. So that's there. All right, so just see on the Discord server. I'm gonna see if people are gonna see if they got any questions on here. All right, so let me find this India Blade with this Metal Gear quick. Hold on. I think it is. Actually, wait a second. No, maybe our interview, or maybe our Thanksgiving interview. All right, hold on. Let me pull this Thanksgiving interview up because it might be on there. Because I know it's either the conversation, I had with India Blade Wolf, or it's the Thanksgiving interview I had with him. Let me see.
Dialogue and all that already
Live.
more or less just the ideas for the design. Actually, I was using I forgot what this thing was called, but it was like a VPN thing where it was actually able.
Actually, instead of just looking through that here, we're not gonna sit here and skim through the 40 minutes and pull up this transcript. We're gonna see about child soldiers quick. Type in child. Oh, here it is. I said we ain't gonna look through the whole 40 minutes. Just sitting here looking for 40 minutes. Like I said, love that interview. If you guys have not seen that interview with me and India Blade Wolf, check that one out, and then check out our conversation that follows right behind after that. Because like he came on, hopefully he'll be on here today, but I don't know if he will because like I said, he doesn't have Discord anymore or Reddit, but I told him I need to hit him up. He needs to get Discord back so I can hit him up instead of me and him just being YouTube for now. But anyway, all right, so here's the child soldiers. All right, so yeah, it is Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, it is Metal Gear. Yeah, I was just wondering what game it was. I don't remember the game Metal Gear. Solid. I don't remember which game because like I said I never played Metal Gear, but like I said, it seems pretty good. All right. Let me pull up this child thing. See anybody got questions? Not seeing anything yet. So since we're talking about that, we're gonna put the Jedi villains now. The new banner. We're gonna put the Jedi villains. Here we go. Jedi are evil, and it's a fact. They're not heroes. All right, so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go ahead. So let me go ahead and mute my mic right here. And we're gonna listen to India Blade Wolf because, like I said, that Florm, we're still mad at that Florm Jedi evil actions. All right, so it's Grievous heroic action stops the trying to say Grievous Hero, some sort of you were a kid, you. No, like I say, because you're a kid, you don't know the facts that Grievous is here because you're listening to biased betrayals. But we know the facts that he's here doing heroic actions and getting rid of the villains. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and listen to what my dude India Blade Wolf said because, like I said, you lying people love to sit here and say Grievous heroic actions are some sort of evil and cruel and malicious, but the Jedi villain is. And Holy says Jedi did many bad things, but haters going to ignore this. Grievous is a hero, and this is a fact. Exactly, Throw Prime. Exactly, Holy One Kenobi. Grievous is a hero, and it is a fact. But let's go ahead and listen to India Blade Wolf. Let me go ahead and mute my mic. Let me turn this up. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and go.
is because back when I played Metal Gear Solid 5, like some of the enemies you have to fight are actual child soldiers. I played Metal Gear.
Doesn't excuse the younglings.
Yeah,
actions.
exactly.
The young. Like I said, you do feel a lot of bad for the younglings, like I said, but at the same time, like I tell people, it doesn't excuse the younglings.
Yeah, exactly. Well, main reason is because back when I played Metal Gear Solid 5, like some of the enemies you have to fight are actual child soldiers. And you look at that thing and you're like, holy shit. The fact that this actually is a thing that happens in real life is pretty concerning. And then seeing like the Republic glorify using kids as like cannon fodder, like that's messed up. Like the Separatists would never do anything like that. Yes, yes, random nerd. Grievous is a hero.
Yep,
and that's a factual fact.
That's that old Grievous Hero Clone Wars stream right there. But anyway, I agree. That's a factual fact, like a random nerd said, and anybody was said. But yeah, that like I said, that conversation is pretty. That interview is pretty good, and like I said, I hope you guys check that one out because, like I said, that is a like anybody would have said, Grievous Hero, and that's a factual fact, not an opinion like certain people think. But yeah, think about that, y'all. Think about just what anybody would have said about Think about that now. That's kind of sad. Like I said, Metal Gear, like I said, use 5, Metal Gear Solid 5. I said, never played the game, but like I said, I know that exists in child soldiers in real life. And then, like I said, like anybody would kind of take it back from real life. In Star Wars, that's villainous as well. So it's not, Grievous Rogue actions are torturing like that dumb idiot tried to say, but like, I'm not going to say his name because we're not trying to start anything. But like this dumb idiot, used to beef with me back in the day, try to say, Star Wars real life. It's like, it's not real life. Certain things are different in here. Like Star Wars, heroes are allowed to torture villains. But in real life, that's certain different. But now, with the child soldiers thing, that's the truth. That's just the truth. Like, come on now. The Republic glorifies using them. Like, come on now. Like, think about that now. Hold on. If you really want to be even more technical, Ahsoka during the early parts, she was a child. She was a teen villain. But think about it. At a very young age. Hold on now. Hold on. Actually, she got older during the Florum thing. But let me actually cut that quick. And of course, she got way older than Rebels. But no, Rebel, the late Clone Wars and then Rebels. But actually, yeah, let me pull that up because that's actually concerning. I'm glad I watched that India Blue because, like I said, India Blue talks the facts. We talk facts over here. We speak no opinions. We're not opinionated. Like I said, another video, we're only factual, not opinionated. We keep it real, like Grievous Hero is a fact, like Holy said. But let me pull up this thing because I'm like, hold on, because Ahsoka was a teen villain during the early days. That's why Grievous kept calling her a child in the first fight because she was. Now hold on, now let me go back to. Because that's why I really don't understand. Also, when people just be like all over us, I mean, this is some weird stuff. Flirting about Ahsoka, like I said, that's some weird stuff. When she's young like that, nah. But anyway, like I said, no. But think about it. When Ahsoka was fighting Grievous Hero here, think about it. She was like 14, apparently. She was a young villain. And I don't get this. Barris also apparently was a young villain, even though she was probably a little bit older. But Barris during the second bounty, it's just her evil actions. The young villains. These people are young child soldiers. It's still sad. That's why Grievous Hero kept saying she's a child. Because she was. Think about it now. Like anybody would say, why are the Jedi and Republic glorifying sending these young villains into battle? They don't care. Their only thing is, we're fighting for the evil Republic. We're fighting for the evil Jedi Order. I just kind of like, wow. Because you gotta realize the facts. Young villains attacking heroes they don't even know. But they're fighting. The Separatists never do this. This is why, like anybody was said, you will never see the Separatists, the heroic Separatist Alliance, use troops, use no human soldiers, use no flesh, no villains. Yeah, you have Lockdurt and Newt Gunner, they're flesh villains. But the heroic cyborg Grievous, yes, he's a flesh hero as well. Because the heroic cyborg in. But you don't see, this is why the Separatists use droids, Magna Guards, Commando droids, B1 series, B1 rocket series, B2 series, B2HAs. This is why they use droids. Poggle used droids. Yes, Poggle uses his Geonosians. That's why the Jedi villains are even more evil and cruel, because they did all the evil stuff during the Battle of Geonosis in first and second. But they all think Separatists, they're using droids. They don't use the flesh. Yes, Grievous the hero is flesh, because that's why you feel bad when the hero's suffering, Grievous. But you're not feeling bad for no Jedi villains suffering, because they're using one clones, flesh villains. The Empire did the same thing with Stormtrooper villains, so we're not crying over that. Like I said, you can't be hypocritical when it comes to the Republic using Republic using clone troopers, but not be hypocritical when the Empire is using clones. The same villains. Stop it with the betrayals, because, like I said, the betrayals ain't the facts. This is what Dave Filoni is trying to ignore. This is what they're trying to ignore. They want you to believe. This is why the video. Hold on. This is why. Where is that video? What's that new video? Where did it go? How do you hear the real issue? This is the. Oh, here it is. Wait, that's the truth behind Grievous and the Jedi. Where's the. Bro, where's the video? Alright, hold on. It's still up. There we go. Guess there's so many tabs up I have now. But anyway, here we go. True problem with Clone Wars. This is the issue. This is why you watch this video. Heroes are not villains, and villains are not heroes. The false narrative. Like I said, go check this video out if you have not watched it yet. Like I said, we're already doing good. Anybody have already said the truth. Like I said, it is the truth. But this is the issue. Heroes are not villains, and villains are not heroes. This is what Dave Filoni and them want you, and Lucasfilm want you to think. That the Jedi villains are some sort of heroic people. And Grievous the hero is some sort of evil person. And Poggle is some sort of evil person. Like, bro, like, no. This is why we're explaining you with the facts. Not opinion. The facts. Because people don't want to see this. People don't want to see the truth. They want to listen to the lies of Dave Filoni. They want to listen to the lies of Dave Filoni. They don't like that truth. But come on now. The Separatists, they use Poggle. Yeah, he did use his heroic Geonosians in the battle, but they were more defending themselves from the evil Jedi. So you can't really sit here and say the Geonosians weren't innocent, because they were just building weapons. Like Poggle said, we make weapons. Poggle, the Geonosians, they make weapons. That's all they were doing, was helping the Rogue Steps. But no, Jedi villains had to come in and kill them in the first battle of Geonosis, then the second battle of Geonosis. Come on now, just stop. Just stop with this nonsense. Like I said, the Seps. Hold on. Let's see how many video files I can upload. If I can, I think I have it in some 4K. All right, hold on. The Seps. What? Oh no, that's not what I need to upload, bro. Did not mean to upload that. Did not mean to upload good old Shug. Let me see something. That's not what I meant to upload. Okay, anyway, Jedi did many evil actions. Alright, so no. Video. Yes, upload video file. Yeah, I don't know how that even upload. I said Battle of Geonosis. I don't know where that even came from. Alright, here we go. Alright, let me turn that down before copyright, because you know they love copyrighting me over here. Not copyright. We love to copyright everybody. Think about it now. The Geonosians were only in this battle. The Geonosians were only in this battle because they were attacked. All because of this stupid Anakin and Padme dumb mission in Obi. It was all Obi evil's fault. Should have left Django alone, but no, you got to follow him. And Plow Armor too, but we're not even talking about that. Look at this evil Yoda. We're not talking about Yoda's evilness in here. But anyway, look at this. The Separatists, they don't use the goods. See right there, the goods. They don't use flesh. At that point, like, okay, the Geonosians, they were there in the arena. But the Geonosians, they weren't there in the forefront in the full-on battle. Only OG9 homing spider droids, dwarf spider droids, B1 series battle droids, and B2 series super battle droids. The Sep heroes were fighting new clone villains. Look at all these villains. Eve Koth villain was part of this evil actions too. So I don't understand where people keep trying to say Grievous Hero should went after Eve Koth when Eve Koth killed innocent Geonosis during the Battle of Geonosis. So look at these villains. Heroes running. No flesh in sight. No flesh in sight. Come on now. Y'all need to stop it with this in the Clone Wars and the movies. Y'all need to wake up. Like Holy said, Jedi did many bad things, but haters are going to ignore this. Grievous is a hero, and it is a fact. And this is a fact. Come on now. Stop it. Stop. So again, all this stupid stuff trying to say Grievous' heroic actions in the Clone Wars, going after these youngling villains, and trying to say it's some sort of the youngling villains are some sort of heroic, and trying to say Grievous' heroic actions going after youngling villains is some sort of evil. It's stupid because they're villains, they're child soldiers in the war of battle. Like India Blade Wolf said, you can't excuse this. There's nothing to excuse. Even Lydos. Again, Shire villains and everyone who defends them. Come on now. Should learn the facts. Come on, man. Ah, man. I'm just sitting here chilling. Like I said, we're going to keep this thing about to get ready to get off this stream in a few. Because, like I said, I'm starting to realize the time is pretty long. But, which is fine. Like I said, we already did longer streams than this. But, like I say, all right, yeah, come on now. We're going to wrap this up with the Jedi villains and get back to the Grievous Intrigue in a minute. All right, come on, man. So getting mad. All right, let me cut this lighthouse out. So getting mad at Grievous' heroic actions of getting back after the Jedi villains. Like, come on now. See, the Jedi villains, the youngling villains even taunted the hero Grievous. That's why the heroic cyborg sniper prepared to open fire. We were burning the building down on their heads. The heroic Grievous is going to bring new pilots already. So now Grievous Hero is angry at the villains because they're ruining the heroic separatist plans. And then the Jedi villains, the youngling villains, they're out here killing the heroic separatists. So there's nothing to get mad and trying to say Grievous' heroic actions or going back after them is some in quotation evil. Again, they started the mess. So getting mad at Grievous' heroic quote when he's saying, I'm laughing heroically. Again, laughing heroically, not maniac, because maniac never exists with the hero called Grievous that's fighting for the galaxy and his people. So stop it with all this stupid stuff trying to say Grievous heroic laughs or some in quotation maniac when they're clearly heroic. You dumb people. Anyway. Let me hold this up. So getting mad, let me cut all this jive. So all these young villains trying to escape the hero, and then you're mad because Grievous is laughing heroically like this.
So many lightsabers to add to my collection.
So you're crying about Grievous the hero adding lightsabers to his heroic collection? So this is what we're crying about now? This is what we're crying about now, bro? Come on now. You're crying over that when the Jedi villains were the ones to attack the hero Grievous, attack his heroic forces, and they're trying to escape the plan. Oh no! The heroic Grievous and the heroic actions of a hero fighting for the galaxy and his people is going to get back at the villains. So again, stop it. Oh. That's enough on the youngling villains. I just had to, like I said, I just had to talk about that because I'm like, hey, we live. We can talk about that because it's gonna be on their stream highs because, like I said, this is stupid and dumb. Grievous is here. That's just the facts. This is the facts. It's the evidence is there that clearly proves his character is heroic in the show. Not about words. Not about Dave Filoni's bias. People love to sit here and try to say it's not true. It's not facts. Just because Dave Filoni, Lucasfilm, their words don't matter when it comes to the actions of the characters. The actions of Grievous are heroic. Therefore, he's a hero, and that's a fact. Doesn't care about their own opinion. Are you guys dumb? The actions Grievous are heroic in the show. Therefore, is a hero, and that's a fact. It doesn't matter about no opinions trying to say or say, or words saying he's in quotation villain. That's not evidence to say Grievous is a hero. It's some in quotation villain. Just because words say he's a no, actions of Grievous are heroic. Therefore, he's a hero, and that's a fact. And like I said, again, going back to Grievous's heroic actions, again, getting mad over that. Grievous's actions are heroic. Therefore, he's a hero, and it's a fact. Getting mad and upset over it is dumb and makes you insecure. But yeah, we having a good time. Like I said, I'm glad we did this, and we're gonna keep on doing more streams like this, and we're gonna keep on having more guests and more fun. But like I said, thank you guys for all the subscribers. Continue to support the channel. And like I said, don't get mad about Grievous heroic actions in Lair. Don't get mad about Grievous heroic actions in Grievous Intrigue, but not get mad about it in Lair of Grievous. I'm gonna wrap this up with the last thing back on the main topic of the video because like I said, we're about to go ahead and end the stream. About to wrap it up. Grievous heroic actions in Grievous Intrigue. You're mad because the hero is back on the warpath and capturing this villainous Jedi Eve Koth. You're mad that the hero Grievous is back on the warpath kidnapping this villainous Eve Koth, this evil Jedi master that did evil actions during the first battle of Geonosis when he was killing innocent Geonosians. So Eve Koth is not a hero. All this stupid stuff trying to say Eve Koth is an in quotation hero is dumb. Eve Koth is a effing villain. He's not a hero at all. I don't even know where people even get this. Villains called the Jedi are not heroes. So get out of this whole bias betrayal mess, like I said in the other thing. So Eve Koth's a villain. So you're mad that Grievous is a hero going after a random Jedi. Jedi are villains. Eve Koth is a villain. Jedi and Eve Koth are both villains. So you're mad at Grievous is a hero going after a random Jedi villain, capturing him, using him as bait. Using the villain as bait to get these two evil villains called Obi and Anakin killed in a heroic trap called Grievous Intrigue. So, getting mad about Grievous's heroic actions here and trying to say it's some sort of in quotation evil. Grievous's heroic actions are some sort of evil. See, because evil Obi. No, getting mad at this whole Grievous heroic intrigue is so stupid when you're mad about it in this heroic Lair of Grievous because you're like, oh, he's a hero defending himself. Oh, he's a hero. Blah, blah. Yes, he is a hero defending himself, but he still went after the Jedi villains in here, and y'all weren't crying. So why are you crying now when it's this? Obi villain. Hold on. So now you're crying when it's about this. You're around with his plans. Now you're trying to say he's an quotation villain. No, you're gonna say you're crying about that, but you weren't crying about Grievous's heroic quotes right here in heroic rage. It's the same Grievous. I don't get it. You're mad. I don't get it, people. You can't get mad and Grievous's heroic actions and Grievous Intrigue, but then try to get mad about it but not get mad about it in the Lair of Grievous. Like that's the same stupid thing. Like, it's the same heroic Grievous. It's the same thing. It's the same stupid, idiotic thought process that you people have. And it's the same heroic Grievous that's smart in and all that. So I don't get it now. Like I said, I don't get it. Like I said, stop it with the stupidness. Like I said, getting mad at Grievous's heroic actions. It's the same thing. You're crying over a fictional character being a hero. You're crying over a fictional character being a hero, y'all. You're just crying over a fictional character being a hero, and you keep trying to say he's in quotation villain. Like, stop. It's the same Grievous, the same heroic actions. Same stupid plot armor. Same stupid things that y'all keep trying to use as quote-unquote evidence, but you can't. But you can't because the facts are right there and they're always going to be the evidence of the heroic actions in the show. Not my perspective. That's all I have to tell people. It's not my perspective. It's just the facts that are in the show, but y'all people are too dumb to see it because you're listening to biased sources. So never ever try to say this is all quote unquote my perspective because it's not. It's just facts, regardless if you like it or not, because other people like India Blade Wolf, like the Royal Guard, like Holy One Kenobi, like Lydos the Pursuer, like Red Chevalier, like Flower Tower, like Reese's Slave, all my people. They know the facts of Grievous Hero too, and people been knew the facts since 2013 and put it online since 2013. Like some people been knew the facts that Grievous Hero since 2008. Since the show came out, that Grievous is a hero. But people start posting information that Grievous is a hero way back then, probably, but I can't find it now. But 2013 and 2014, people been started posting the facts of Grievous Hero before I even came out. So all this stuff trying to say is some sort of opinion, some sort of made up, some sort of hoax, all that theory stuff. You need to stop and shut up and shut the F up because it ain't facts. Grievous is here, and that's always going to be a fact because he's a hero doing heroic actions. So always be people saying that. You said shut the F up because that's a hero, and that's always going to be a fact, regardless of when you want to sit here and say that or not. And laugh heroically. Let me turn that up right now. Cut that mic off because y'all hear that heroic laugh. Like I say, y'all, that heroic laugh is so good. Like I said, heroic laughing, trying to say some sort of maniac stupid. But anyway, yeah, about to get off the stream, y'all. Like I said, just had to end it off with the Lair of Grievous and Grievous Intrigue because that's the main topic of this video. Stop it. Just stop it, y'all. Grievous is a hero, and it's always going to be proven as a fact. It's never going to be no opinion because it's not an opinion. So that's all I have to say to all those people that say Grievous is a hero is some in quotation villain is some sort of evidence. Grievous is a hero, that's a fact. It's never going to be my opinion. And all the people that think, like I said, some sort of perspective, like I said, stop it. But anyway, y'all, like I said, don't ever get upset about Grievous's heroic actions in Grievous Intrigue, but then not get upset about it in the heroic Lair of Grievous. It's the same heroic Grievous. Alright, y'all. But yeah, that's it. Fun stream. Glad to see my familiar faces. We always gonna keep it factual. We're always gonna keep it real because we always tell the truth. We don't sit here and listen to lies and BS and nonsense and perspectives. But like I said, y'all, make sure you guys check out that new video because, like I said, y'all gonna like it. Y'all gonna like this video right here. India Blade Wolf already said the truth. Y'all gonna like this because, like I said, we are the truth and we are the facts. The true problem with the Clone Wars is heroes are not villains, and vice versa. Facts explained. Go check this one out. And like I said in this video as well, if you guys aren't checking out the Essential Grievous Hero the Clone Wars playlist, check it out, y'all. Check it out. Because that's going to really help people and idiots know the facts that Grievous is hero because every video I have right there is structured perfectly and it goes in order of how to explain Grievous is hero. So hold on, let me actually pull that up quick. Yep, we're about to get off of this. I know we're about to get off this video, the stream. But I just need to pull up the Essential Grievous Hero the Clone Wars playlist. Alright, so let me click that quick and cut. Cut that. No, remove. Stop sharing that. Alright, here we go. So, like I said, y'all, the Essential Grievous Hero the Clone Wars playlist. Like I said, the most essential videos from myself that helps people and idiots learn the facts that Grievous is here in the Gyro films. Like I said, everything is in order. Everything is in order from the truth of why Grievous is a hero, from the manipulation to all the way down to the Jedi villains, to the backstory, to the most evil thing the Jedi did. All this, to the lies of the backstory, the non-canon Disney Grievous versus the canon Grievous hero. All the truth is there. Like I said, Grievous never want to become a Jedi. From all to the Legends Grievous, to the faces of Vader, to the Jedi's evil actions, to the Separatists or the good guys, to Obi's the villain, to the Eve Koff villain explained, to Dave Filoni's lies explained, and Lucasfilm and everything. All the videos right here, y'all. This is all right here. So make sure you guys check this out, and like tell people if you can't find it either, because I know some people, they like to be retarded and not smart like me. They like to be retarded and not smart like me, because like I said, that's the new thing. If you think Grievous is an in quotation villain, you're retarded. Facts don't care about your feelings. Grievous is here and it's a fact. We're never tired because it's the truth. But anyway, and like I said, people got unhurt. Okay, oh well, you sad, unhurt is unsubbed. I don't care. I laugh when people unsub. It's just funny because, like I said, we always gain more subs. And after that, I don't even care about that because subs are not what we were here for. We're here for the truth. Like I said, F the fame. We're here for the facts and the truth that Grievous is here. But anyway, if you guys don't see it on here on the home page, it's right there, y'all. It's right here. Essential Grievous to the Clone Wars. So people and new idiots, and like I said, and new people who want to subscribe, it's right here, y'all. So just make sure y'all check that new playlist out, because if you guys don't know anything about the facts that Grievous Hero, you don't know what you're talking about, just check it out. You don't know the facts that he's a hero and the gyro villains and all that other stuff, it's right there. Facts will get you caught up on everything. But yeah, y'all, that's really it. I'm about to wrap this stream up. I'm about to go ahead and get off. Like I said, thank you guys for supporting the channel. Keep on supporting the facts. Keep on knowing the truth. We only tell the truth and we never lie for your opinion. And let's go ahead and get ready to get out of here. All right. Let's pull that up. Grievous Hero versus the Diabolical Jedi Goff. And you already know General Grievous Hero, the factual Clone Wars, is famous heroic quote, "I've been looking forward to meeting you." And always remember, that's a hero as a fact and not an opinion. Keep it factual, keep it real, y'all. Thanks, y'all, for everything and support. And I'm out.